would say the most defining moment that got me off the sidelines as far as addressing gun violence is a moment with my youngest child. He was 7 at the time, and I will never forget this day. I picked him up from school, and he got in the car, and he said to me, "Mom, I know it. We're going to be the first classroom shot up. We're closest to the front of the school." And my heart absolutely sank to my stomach. And I was so angered that any child would be having that thought in of itself, but then let alone while they're supposed to be safe at school. And so I did what I just I knew I had to do something. And so I
Mm.
started by scheduling a meeting with my state representative at the time, who referred to himself as the Florida gun lawyer. And I knew I was going to need to bring the facts, not just my sheer emotions, into that meeting with him. So I reached out to a friend who was in a different county, who was a volunteer with Moms Demand Action. And she sent me all kinds of statistics, facts that I did bring in. And it was a very frustrating meeting. It was a merry-go-round, I would say, that we had. We never saw eye to eye, and I knew I was in that movement for the long haul after that moment, and
But
I
how did you separate? Because you're clearly emotional telling that story. How did you even did you get emotional? How did that separation of facts and emotion, how did that present itself? And are you better at it now than you were, or have you progressed?
absolutely. I mean, it's you feel all the emotions in this movement with when it comes to gun violence. You feel every single emotion, and he was compassionate, but he was also, in my opinion, arrogant. And I've learned that, I'm not a subject matter expert by any means, but no, he wasn't either. And you learn that when you go to Tallahassee and you meet with lawmakers, and you realize that these elected leaders are people as well, and they are not experts as well. And so I've definitely grown, since that first meeting with my state representative. And yeah, it's okay to be emotional, because we're talking about human lives that are being stolen every single day, and this issue is just too important.